chaps, welcome to another video, and today is first impressions video of something new to my collection. I had a fantastic experience lately with a soap on a pass round from Sheermonic via Shaving Station. So I decided I was going to go and buy some more, so I was quite sad when I posted it on. So the soap that's going to feature in today's video is not a first impressions of this, it's the Sheermonic Souk. That's the soap we're going for today. The first impressions is going to cover the razor. Yes, new razor. If you saw my mail call video earlier in the week, you'll know what it is. If not, it's this, the Merkur Futur, the real one, the proper one, not the recent batch of Chinese clones. But I wanted to buy the proper thing, you know. People have put the hard work in designing. Okay, the basics of the design are not new to this particular razor, but the overall aesthetic is, and imitation is quite simply the best form of flattery. So for the Chinese to go and say, right, we want to make this specific razor in form of a clone, suggests it's a bloody good one. So I thought, I'm going to get the proper one, so I know exactly what they're trying to copy. And yeah, so Stuart at Shaving Station decided that he would be able to help me out. So I always prefer to buy from there because the customer service is spot on, the prices are good, and let's face it, who doesn't want to support a small independent business? So yeah, in quick time Stuart got this for me, and in even quicker time I loaded it up with an Astra Superior stainless, yes, an SS, a blue, and I quickly discovered a couple of things about the razor that I like. I like how the design is. It's a beautiful looking razor, very modern. I like how the mechanism is on the adjustment. I'm going to show you how I adjust that in a minute. I like how simple the design is. I like how easy it is to load a blade. So you've got this little, look on the head here, you've got like a bit of an indent this side that you haven't got on this side, and it enables you just to get your thumb underneath. Oops. He says as he throws the blade across the room. Bear with me. So yes, so that's the top of the razor, the blade sits in like so, pops on, and the cap just pops on. There we go, simple as that. Now, I've seen a few people mention about the adjustment of these razors and how putting your fingers on top like so and twisting can lead to a few unsightly incidents. I'm not a fan of blood outside of my own body, so yeah, so I've looked at that as a possible point of concern and come up with a way that what's going to work for me. So instead of holding like so, twisting and having the possibility of the razor doing that and your fingers running down the side of the blade, I thought to myself, well no, I'll adopt a grip like so. 2 fingers on top, finger and thumb this side, still can see the adjustment, and I can twist safely knowing that the razor is not going to move. So I've only got 1 day's growth, so I've left it at 2. So let's get on with the shave, shall we, chaps? So I'm going to pop that in there to warm up. Now I've given my face a damn good scrubbing with the Real Shaving Company's face scrub, which, this stuff, I'm almost out of this tube. I will get some more, it's great. It's a nice kaolin clay base, so it draws out impurities really well and just leaves your skin feeling clean, ready to go. A little bit red from the aggression of the beads because it's quite an aggressive scrub, and I like that in a scrub. If you've got any particularly troublesome oily spots, it's great for them. So as we know, soap is going to be the Souk. Wonderful scent. I'll get round to using the other 2 scents later in the week. In fact, I'm going to do a first impressions on one of the others tomorrow. Beautiful, beautiful scent. And the brush is the ever consistent razor up Monster. I like using the Monster because it is, as I say, consistent. I'm just going to load in the pot. Fairly short load is all that's needed on this. As, if you saw my first impressions and final review on the pass around pot of this, how long have I been loading for? Not long. There is already enough there. Plenty there in the tips of that brush. Plenty in the pot that's not going to go to waste. And it doesn't look like a lot of lather there, but trust me chaps, it is thirsty. So when you start adding water, yes, I look silly, it's great, I like it. Hopefully you find it entertaining. But anyway, as soon as you start adding water to this, the lather is incredible in terms of volume. Oh, that scent is stunning. Let's add some water. Now, ordinarily when I'm learning something new, I change one variable and I keep a long-term, well-known soap, if it's a razor I'm testing or a blade. I mean, I've used a soak a handful of times, but I know from that handful of times how good it is, how protective the lather is, how good it makes my skin feel post-shave. So I trust it to do a good job today. Now this video can go one of two ways. With it being a new razor, it's either going to go exceptionally well, or it's going to go and end up looking like a scene from Dexter. If you're not familiar with Dexter, it's a US TV program from Showtime. Absolutely brilliant series. I'm not going to issue much in the way of spoilers, but it's about a guy who works as a blood spatter analyst, who's also a serial killer with morals. He kills the bad guys, and as his job title gives out, he's a blood spatter analyst, and there are many scenes in there where there's lots and lots of claret. So yeah, it's either going to go brilliantly well, or we're going to be a scene from Dexter. So, let's hope for a brilliant shave. As I say, we're on a 2 on the Future. Let's go. Wow, that's smooth. So much audio feedback. For a substantial razor, I did not expect that amount of feedback in terms of volume. It's a very heavy razor. So as with everything, I'm letting it do the work. That's incredible. incredibly smooth. That is genuinely incredible. Wow. To say I'm stunned at how smooth that is would be an understatement. I was not expecting as smooth as that. I mean, I know it's only on a 2, but I think anything more would be superfluous on one day's growth. Skin feels good, no drama. Soap is doing its job. I've still got plenty of slickness. Let's go for pass 2. We're going to stick with the 2 for pass 2. And then on the third pass, I'm going to wind it right back to a 1. So, we're going to go across the grain as best we can. I like that. Still plenty of feedback. Plenty of heft in the weight of the razor, allowing it to adjust the weight of the razor to do its thing. Now, having a cleft chin, it can be a bit awkward, but no issues. That stunning. So, yeah, loving that. It's not BBS, I've got a patch here that needs dealing with. Trouble spots are down here, so I'm going to stay as gentle as I can. So I was going to wind it back to a 1. Using my particular grip, so wind it back around to a 1. Bugger all gap, as you can see, just about. Yeah. So, leather. This scent is stunning. As is the performance scents. If you've not looked them up before, if you've never heard of Sheermonic, I strongly recommend you give them a look, because the soap is great. Scent is beyond stunning. I know I've said this to Ron on Facebook, but I've mentioned it in various threads where I've posted about the soap. The scents are that good, they could easily have come out of a top perfume house in Paris or Milan or anywhere else like that. And the performance is spot on too. Plenty of slickness, plenty of protection. Fantastic post-shave. So, back to the razor. I did have a concern originally about the fact that there's no knurling on the handle. I had a fear that it might be a little bit slippery, but that fear has not come to pass. It's incredibly mild on a 1. Incredibly mild. And that's good, because my trouble spots can be very troublesome. Great. Now, being a new blade, I'm expecting a couple of weepers. Now, I've just realised one thing. When I was researching this razor to buy, one of the criticisms was the bulky head and getting under here. Not an issue, as you can see. Right under there. There we go, little weeper. As I thought. New blade. Off and away. So, wow. That was an incredibly smooth shave. The soap has obviously done a fantastic job. And I know I've been very, very restrained on the razor, but there's no point, I don't think, of going overly aggressive when you don't need it. 1 day's growth, there's no point hacking away at it with something that's going to have the effectiveness of a chainsaw, when all you need is a pair of simple, well, a razor blade on a very narrow setting, just to gently take away the growth. If I had more growth, sort of several days, then yes, I can see the point in upping the aggression for the first pass to mow down the worst. In fact, normally when I've got masses of growth, which isn't very often, I'll pull out the R41 because of the effectiveness of the open comb design. We'll find out how well the Future does on heavy growth later on. I might try my best to give it several days growth to attack, but it's going to be a struggle because I like to shave daily. But if you want a mild shave, you've got varying degrees of mildness that you can work with. I mean, because it's not a click into place system, it's just a smooth yet firm kind of twist and friction kind of setting. You can set it anywhere from 1 to 1.5 to 2 to 3, anywhere in between. So you've got a full scope up to 6. So you can just set it anywhere you want, and you'll find a setting for you. So start off slightly more aggressive on your first pass, dial it back and dial it back until the end, and then you'll be happy, I think anyway. So my first impression is, love the weight of the razor. It's hefty. I love the design. It's modern, it's clean, it's effective. The loading mechanism, spot on. A spring-loaded cap that just locks into place, works well. You've got clear channels underneath for the lather to escape. You've got, like I say, a smooth, solid adjustment mechanism. Yeah, I can understand why there's been that rush from various Chinese companies to clone it. Yeah, I mean, what more can I say? It's not a cheap razor. The market value seems to be around £55. Is it worth 55 quid? On the first impression? Yeah, it is. If it lasts, it's going to be very much worth that 55 quid. It's a razor that could possibly mean you don't need any other razor if you're a DE shaver, because you can set it exactly as you please. I guess that's the point of an adjustable, is to appeal to everyone. So like you would get with let's say a Merkur 34C, you've got that one setting and that one setting only. Yes, you can shim the blades, but that's a faff, and it might be too mild for some. Whack a shimming, you might be able to change that, but ultimately it's never going to be as easy as twisting a dial or twisting the handle on this. This makes it ridiculously easy to customise the razor to your specific needs. And I remember listening to a comment that Tom wrote on my status when I got this on Facebook. He said he thinks this razor is going to suit me, and I think he's spot on. Because everyone has different days. You have days where you want a mild shave. If you're using a new soap and you want to sort of hedge your bets, set it mild. If you've got a soap that you know gives you fantastic protection and you like an aggressive shave, whack it up the scale. You've got flexibility forever, well, between 1 and 6 I guess, on this razor. Yeah, it could well be the one razor you ever need. So chaps, on that possible bombshell, I'm going to go and code this video. Start writing up my initial thoughts so I don't forget them, and start sort of putting together a bit of a statistical analysis on the settings and try and work out what works for me. Because I'm a bit of a nerd in that sense, I like to record facts and figures so that I don't look back on things with rose-tinted glasses and think, oh, that was fantastic, when it actually wasn't. So I'm going to record all my findings with each setting. So chaps, thanks very much for watching. Thank you Stuart for the razor. Thank you very much for all my likes and subscriptions. I'm going to go and do the video now, and I'll upload it for your viewing pleasure in a short while. Thanks again. This has been the Merkur Futur, and I have been Nick.